Success in life. There are so many formulas to be successful in life. Of course, there's different areas in life to be successful in. Whether you're successful financially, you have a well-established family, maybe you're successful in your career. Success is a really broad word, but ultimate success really means only one thing. And we may be confused. What is true success? We may be confused because people get successful in different ways. Some are honest, some are dishonest, some are inherited. But there's only one way to be successful according to the prism of the Torah, the wisdom of the Torah. And that is essential for us to remember. In order for us to navigate this world successfully, we need to know that there's only one way. And it's actually going to enable us to be successful in every single area in our lives. What is that one way? We learned this from Parshat Bo and this amazing segment of the Torah, this amazing portion. We learn that the only way to be successful is to come with Hashem, is to be one with Hashem, is to overcome the Yetzer Hara. When you are overcoming the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, then you're one with Hashem. You're coming with Hashem. But how can you overcome the Yetzer Hara, this powerful angel who wakes up full throttle every single morning and knows exactly how to make sure you are not successful and you don't feel successful? The only way to do that is to invite Hashem into your life and ask Him to help you and ask Him to guide you. And we're going to learn why this is so. Hashem told Moshe, "Come with me to Pharaoh." This is our ultimate success in life, to come with Hashem. Pharaoh represents the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. We all have different evil inclinations. My evil inclination is not the same as yours. Whatever pushes my buttons may not push yours. So we need to understand that we're all different. And at the same time, our Yetzer Hara is custom tailored for us in order for us to overcome so we can succeed in life. So if I want to win the battle against the Yetzer Hara, I have to come with Hashem, come with Him, into my essence, into my inner self, into my core, into the inner workings of my mind and my heart. But I cannot do it myself. When people feel that they can become successful on their own, they are truly mistaken. Because in order for their success in life to truly be meaningful, to truly have clarity and direction in life, you have to let Hashem in. If you don't invite Hashem in, He's going to take a step back. He's going to say, okay, here you go. Go ahead. Try to make it work on your own. But I'm always here to help you. And if you try to make it work on your own and you're not successful, you're not experiencing the outcome you want, what happens is you reach out to Hashem anyway. You reach out to Hashem anyway. Because He's the only one who can help. He's the only one who actually makes things happen. So I have to know I can't do it myself. The Yetzer Hara is a malach. It's an angel. And I cannot fight an angel by myself. Hashem created the malach. So He's the only one who can help me. You have to ask the Creator for help, who created the creation. So in order to know our inner selves, in order to understand other people, overcome our battles in life, we have to ask Hashem for help, because He gave us those challenges. He gave us those people in our lives who are difficult. He gave us our negative midot, our negative character traits, for us to become bigger and better people. He gave them to us. So ask Him for help. Ask the CEO of the world how to make your life successful. Okay, so if I ask Hashem, come with me, help me, I want to figure out what is going on inside of me. That is the true key to success. Remember, the biggest therapist is not going to solve your problems. They're going to show you, with your help, how to understand yourself, become self-aware, and understand how to overcome your challenges, give you those tools. That's not to minimize therapists. I'm also a therapist. But it's for us to understand that nobody's there to solve your problems. We need guidance, we need help, absolutely. But only we, with the help of Hashem, are enabled to really give success to our own lives. Okay. So success is to be intimately aware of my strengths and my weaknesses. It is very important to know your strength because it feels good to be good. The Sfarim, the holy books, say to invest yourself and your efforts, the bulk of the time that you have, in the efforts, in what you're good at. Because success breeds success. When we feel successful, even in a small way, it only invites more success in. But we cannot ignore our weak spots, because if you ignore your weak spots, your weaknesses, they're only going to get bigger. You can't hide them under the rug. They're going to show. They're going to blast. Whether it's towards the families we live with, to ourselves, to other people, it's going to be noticeable. And we need to understand that each and every one of us have a pharaoh inside of us. We have an inner monster. We have an inclination, negative inclination, and we constantly have to battle with it. And that's okay. It makes life worth living, because when you feel accomplished in the smallest way, that makes you want to become better and better. And that's actually the greatest form of fulfillment in life, when you have overcome even a small challenge, right? If a person does not seek to remove the pharaoh inside of them, they will never be able to reach their full potential. They will never be able to reach their full potential if they do not uncover the pharaoh inside of them. So it is important to keep on trying. It is the effort that counts, and the results are up to Hashem. If a person becomes the person they're meant to become, overcomes all their negative traits, that is because with the help of Hashem they were able to. But what if a person tries all their life, tries again and again to make goal after goal, to be calmer, to be more patient, to not yell, to be a better parent, a better spouse, and they just don't feel that they're good enough ever. They're constantly failing, constantly making mistakes. It is important to know that as long as you keep on trying, as long as you're trying with all your heart, you're asking Hashem to help you, and you are really putting in all that effort, that this is what counts. And the results are up to Hashem. They're always up to Hashem. Okay. It is important to keep in mind that the efforts are what matters, and the results are up to Hashem. And the example is that if a person does not try to overcome their weaknesses, all they will be as they will get older is become a more wrinkled version of their younger self. It is very difficult to be around people who are edgy, angry, constantly upset, critical, judgmental. Nobody wants to be around them. I don't blame them. Nobody wants to be around negative people. That's because as the person gets older, fine, a 2-year-old has a temper tantrum. That's normal. That's okay. That shows a good sign of development. That shows a child is having an opinion. A child knows their personal space, has boundaries. But when a child is no longer a child and they're 20 and they're edgy, okay, maybe they're an immature young adult. 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, and beyond. I mean, that seems really, really challenging to be around this type of person. And it's just a person who just hasn't developed themselves as they grew older. It's an older version, a more wrinkled version of their younger self. And we don't want to be that person. We want to be the person who is really, really, really trying their best to improve. And if you are around family members who are difficult, you have to pray for tremendous divine assistance to help you get along, to help you make peace, because family's family, and we do have to get along, and we do have to be there for each other. But it takes a lot of strength to be able, and a lot of wisdom, and a lot of help from Hashem to be able to have positive relationships with people, especially our family members. Okay, so we ask Him to help us. Hashem is telling us in this way that if a person does not work on their negative qualities, they will only get bigger and bigger. And Hashem is telling us that I am volunteering to come with you and to figure out all your shortcomings. I'm willing to help you. I gave you those shortcomings. So let's take him along with us. Let's come with him. Come with him. Take him along. Take him with us on the journey that we have of our lives. Okay. And one great practical tip I'll give you is, if you don't know your negative character traits, ask your family, ask your children, your husband, your parents, your siblings. Well, is there anything I need to work on? Can I become better? Is there something I'm lacking? And they will honestly tell you what they think, only because they care and they love you, especially when you have a great relationship with them. And tell them that you're not going to be judgmental. You only want to become better because you know you're not perfect. Okay? Being stubborn, being ignorant, living with resentment, that doesn't help a person become better. Okay? Everyone has negative character traits, whether it's somebody who has a temper, a jealous nature, self-pitying, judgmental, a difficult upbringing, and maybe a little bit of all of the above. These qualities are there for us to do everything we can in this world and change for the better. And to be the best people we are meant to become. So we were born to work. We know that we live in this world to work and to work hard. We were born to work and change and to realign our thinking, to see things differently, to see them as opportunities and not as tragedies, just because you have a difficult upbringing, just because you have a challenging personality, or you're judgmental, constantly self-pitying, jealous, angry. It doesn't mean you're a lost case. All it means is all those negative qualities you need to take and enable them to be, turn them into good qualities, right? Your stubborn nature could be you're stubborn to do the right thing. You're stubborn to work on yourself no matter what, to do the right thing. Or you're stubborn to be more flexible, right? So any single negative quality can be turned for the good. And you know what? It is very hard to change. Absolutely. It is hard to change. It takes tremendous hard work. But even though it may be hard to make peace with a relationship you never thought would turn out this way, or it is very, very hard to adjust to your physical limitations or to a new reality, or become flexible and understand people through their schema of life. Even though it's hard to change, we have to know that it is even harder to be miserable, not to change. When a person doesn't change, they are miserable. They're constantly going over the same negative situation they went through, whether they had an argument with someone or a disagreement or a situation where they still haven't made peace. That situation is the size of a marble. Now it's turned into a huge basketball, because over the years, the past 20, 30 years, they've been rolling it around and making it huge, living in an illusion. And this person is living in negativity, in resentment, in judgment, in hate. And that's much harder than to work on yourself, to be miserable. It's so hard. It takes over your life. It takes over the way a person thinks, the way a person lives, the way a person approaches situations, the way they speak to people, the kind of coworker they are. It affects every single aspect in their lives, and it's draining. This negative energy is draining. So it's much harder to be miserable than to work on yourself. And working on yourself is very difficult, but it's even more difficult to stay miserable if a person chooses to do so all their lives. Rather, it is better to be more acceptable, to accept your challenges as God-given opportunities to become bigger. Realign my thinking, making peace with the situation. Remember, a businessman or a businesswoman is heavily invested in their time, in their energy, in all their efforts in order to make their business successful. They will call anyone they know, all their contacts, right? It's who you know when you're successful. All your contacts to help them to make this business successful. They invest all their energy, all their time, all their knowledge in order to make sure this business is successful. We are in the business of taking care of ourselves, of making sure we are successful, it is our business to night and day be heavily invested in making sure I am a better person today than I was yesterday. That's all. My effort is what counts. The Vilna Gaon said, what is the purpose of a person's life? And the answer is to break his midot, to break his negative character traits. Otherwise, his life is useless, and this person is using up oxygen that other people can benefit from. Remember, there's a Pharaoh within us. There's a Yetzer Hara within us, and he's not going away. If we don't work on our inner Pharaoh, it will just get uglier and uglier. I heard from someone who said, life and spirituality is like an escalator. If you're moving up the escalator, if you're moving down the escalator and you're not working up, you're going to just go down. If escalator is taking you down, you're going to go down along with everything that you have, along with all your issues. If you're not working up, then you're just going to be a very spiritually weak human being. And that's not what we want. We always want to work hard and put that next best step forward. There's a halacha, there's a law. In a court case, if one of the litigants is very, very poor and one of the litigants is very, very wealthy, then before the judge seizes both of the candidates, they both need to be dressed the same way, either very poor or very wealthy. Why is that so? The reason for that is that if he does look at them before they're both the same, either we're very wealthy or very poor, then he transgresses in distancing himself from falsehood. So the person who is actually presenting himself to be wealthy may not be wealthy at all. It can all be an illusion. It can all be an illusion because it seems that the wealthy man would win in this case because he seems so powerful and confident, and the poor man probably only wants to win because he needs the money. And this is falsehood. We have to understand that the wealthy man may actually be a sleazy crook and a liar. But outside his appearance, it is a facade. It is all fake. So we have to understand that the tactics of the Yetzer Hara and the Yetzer Tov. We have a Yetzer Hara and a Yetzer Tov. The Yetzer Hara is the evil inclination. It tells you one important thing. One of his greatest tactics is don't wait. Do it right now. You deserve it. You have to have it. Why not have it? You live one life. Get it right now. It's all about impulsivity. And how could you let her talk to you like that? How could you let this person approach you in this way? How are you going to take this insult and this criticism? Who does the person think they are? And they put a beautiful storefront display, a beautiful commercial that you deserve. You need it right now. It's all about you. Don't wait. Just get it. Right? All the best commercials are like, it's a limited time offer. You got to get this deal. It's all for you. You have this one life. You deserve the best. The Yetzer Tov tells you, you need to wait. Even though this person insults you after 120 years, you're going to see that you have become a different person. You're going to reap the benefits of an amazing, polished character, polished person who has really executed amazing character traits, really had become an amazing person with blossoming character traits. There's no storefront display. There's no commercial. It's a very humbling experience instead, and it focuses on the bigger picture. Don't reply now. Don't talk back. It's okay. It's that person's problem that they're talking to you like that. Or it's that person, maybe that person, I need to understand them better. Maybe I need to see things from their perspective. Maybe I need to be more forgiving. Maybe I need to be a better listener. And we know that the greatest challenges we have in life, we're going to dance and sing after 120 years. We're going to see, Hashem is going to tell us, this is why you experienced it. And we're going to rejoice and be happy for those challenges. But the Yetzer Tov tells you, wait, this difficult child, Wait till you'll see what he's going to become or she's going to become. Wait for the financial problems to go away. Just be patient. This challenge is going to make you a greater person. So waiting is the trick of the Yetzer Tov, and the Yetzer Hara tells you, do not wait. And it's important for us to know that the Yetzer Hara can be represented as though it's a bounce house. Remember, the bounce house looks like it's all huge and overpowering. Yet, once you pull the plug on the bounce house, there's nothing to the bounce house. It's completely low and there's almost nothing to it. We can't even find it because it's not what it's presenting to be. Pharaoh, during the times when the Jewish people were with Pharaoh, under his leadership, it looked like this is it. He's overpowering. He's invincible. He's controlling. And he thought he was God. But yet, when the day was done, when Hashem decided to let us go, not really when he decided to let us go, but when we decided to leave, that's when it was enough and enough is enough. Here's your facade. You're really a person. You're nobody who's invincible. And if Hashem decides to say, okay, that's it, the show is over, nobody's really under your control, in front of the Jewish people's eyes, the Egyptians were destroyed, all of Egypt was destroyed, all of what they saw was destroyed, and the Egyptians' life was just demolished. And it was all in a snap of fingers that something can present itself as being so powerful and taking over our lives, and as though it's somebody's, God forbid, Hashem, but it's really not true. There's only one Hashem, and we have to know that the Yetzer Hara is only an illusion. It's an illusion, and we have to understand that this illusion is not real. The only thing real is Hashem. Take Hashem along with you to your journey in life. There's three things that hold up the world. That's teshuvah, tefillah, and tzedakah. Ask Hashem with teshuvah. Learn from your weaknesses. Make changes. Admit your mistakes. Try again. Ask Hashem for forgiveness. With tefillah, you ask Hashem to enable you to overcome and control the Yetzer Hara, to live in a reality and not in an illusion. And tzedakah. Give over your time, your energy, and your charity to help other people. And in this way, you'll be able to overcome your Yetzer Hara. Take Hashem along with you in any journey, any challenge that you'll take in life, and you will definitely be successful. Appreciating the insights of Rebbetzin Esther Baylor Schwartz on Insights on Parshat Bo. Leah Abramov, Being and Becoming. Awakening awareness of your greatness and potential.